a long time now, the industry has been asking, what is polished concrete? Because there's so many different processes that can get us to the end result, because what we start with, being concrete, is so varied and is so versified. By the definitions that we have, we put polished concrete, and underneath that we have three different classifications: a bonded abrasive, a burnished polished concrete, and a hybrid polished concrete. In your press release, you'll also see a definition for what's called surface coated concrete. That is not a classification of polished concrete, even though it is shiny. Polished concrete should not have a quote-unquote coating on it. It can have a protective surface that's food stain resistant, but it shouldn't be thick enough to actually be considered a coating, which is also defined in our definitions. Underneath these definitions, say a bonded abrasive polished concrete, an architect can take that definition and couple it with the aggregate exposure and the finished gloss definitions that we've also defined, and they can end up with an end product. And it's going to help the industry by defining these different processes, because in the past, say someone would bid a bonded abrasive polished concrete, and then they come in and actually perform a burnished polished concrete, and in the end result you get a very low luster finish, when in fact the owner wanted a very high gloss, high definition clarity. With our definitions, the owner and the architect can say, you're not going to be able to get there with that process. You're going to have to use a bonded abrasive, which means we're all going to be bidding against the same product and the same processes, and here's the end result that I want. And it's no longer just gloss, it's DOI. DOI is distinction of image, or clarity, and you're not going to be able to get certain clarity levels without refining the concrete, and the only way to refine the concrete is with the proper techniques. There's some debate as to whether those can be done on a hybrid system, a lightweight system, or even does it require a heavy machine in order to do that. What we're saying is you got to refine the concrete. If you can do it with a lightweight machine, great. As long as you get the end result, that's what the customer's looking for. And if you give that customer the end result, they're going to have an end product that they're going to enjoy and have for quite some time. So I hope this is really going to help. There's going to be, these definitions are on our website. We are also going to be releasing a new specification within the end of this month, I hope. It's going to be available on our website. And just kind of give you an idea of where we're going for the remainder of the year. We're hoping that the CPAA, we're going to start researching and trying to achieve ANSI accreditation for being a standards development association or organization to help create an actual standard for polished concrete. And also our educational program, we're going to try to develop that under ANSI guidelines as well. Work is going to continue on these definitions and on these specifications. We got a lot of work to do. We want to integrate profile aspect of it, actually taking a profile of the floor to see how well it's refined, and actually give scientific approach to contractors to saying, this is the basis, this is what you have.